Connection right. There we go. Happy Thursday, y'all. We made it through another week. Looking forward to this live. Got the big homie Gary Murray coming through here. Investor, developer, mentor. So this should definitely be a good one tonight. Let's see, make sure this is working. All right, can y'all hear me? Make sure this is working. My internet was acting up. But don't forget, we got the community cleanup coming up April 24th this month. That'll be at 55th and Baltimore Avenue. And then, of course, May 29th, we got our big event that's going to be at the Crown Plaza in Jersey. Where you go, Gary? I'm trying to bring you in. Gary, where you go, big homie? What's up, cuz? Salute to you, man. Got to get up with you, man. See, you just had your son, man. Salute. You in there, Gary? You doing it from your phone, Gary? You got to do it from a phone, not from a desktop or an iPad. All right, let me see. See if you can send me a request, Gary. You know how to do it. Go to the bottom and see if you can send me a request because I don't see you. Let me see. Murray. Yeah. All right, here we go. I just sent it to you. Yep. It's coming through. There we go. Give it a second. But don't forget, y'all, hit the link in my bio. We got the community cleanup event, and then we got the big event May 29th. So definitely stay tuned. Looking forward to connecting with y'all. Tired of being in the house, y'all. Tired. It's COVID kicking our butt. Did it come through, Gary? Can you see it? I just sent the request to you. It say it's waiting for Mr. Murray to come through. Come on, IG. Don't fail us now. What's happening, y'all? Make sure y'all share this out. Gary, can you? It's saying unable to join. Gary, can you request it? If you hit the camera button at the bottom of it where the comments are and you send it through, because I don't know, it said I sent, but it's saying it can't connect. Question for you: when the last time you updated your IG? You might have to log out, restart your phone, and then come back in. Instagram be funny like that. Like if you don't have got the latest update on your Instagram app, it don't let you use all the features. Yeah, so that means you ain't update. You didn't update your Instagram. Right. Yeah, so if you only got the three dots, that means you didn't update your Instagram. I'm gonna try to send it to you one more time. Hold on, Gary. Hold on. Yeah, it's saying that you don't have the latest version of the Instagram to join. So you literally gotta restart your phone, let it update real quick, and then jump right back in. Look, take your time. We ain't going nowhere, Gary. We waiting for you. We know you got plenty of gems to give it. So go ahead, jump out and come back in. So meanwhile, I'll talk to you guys for a couple minutes. Appreciate y'all tuning in and following the journey. So don't forget, May 29th, we got the big event. We want to help people who have 9-to-5s learn how to invest in real estate or take their business to the next level. I know a lot of people, now at this point in their life, they've been able to purchase a home, but now it's like, I want to start buying more properties and investing in real estate. So our goal is to help all you 9-to-5ers. That's right. All you 9-to-5ers learn how to take your 9-to-5 income and make more income. We're not telling you, yo, you got to quit your job day one. We're not telling you you got to have a bunch of money saved. What we want to do is we want to help you use what you have and figure out how to leverage it. So we got everybody from Herman, the Haitian CEO, talking about credit. We got Courtney. She's going to be there talking about, even if you don't want to invest in real estate, just about putting your family in position with wills, trust, life insurance, all that good stuff to really build legacy so you ain't got to do no fish fry. We got the great real estate Tracy. She's going to be coming in talking about all kind of dope, cool things about development and gentrification. We got Benicia. We got the queen coming from Texas to fly in and talk to you guys. Who else we got on there? We got a crazy lineup. Not to mention we got Mr. Jackson Rental Homes himself, Lorenzo. He just bought another property today. Let me see, Gary. Can we get you in? Come on, big homie. All right, I just sent it to you. Let's see if it come in. Come on, don't fail me now. Saying it's still trying to connect, still trying to connect. It said you declined it. I'm gonna send it again. There we go. See if we get it through. But I was saying that Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lorenzo himself, he just bought another property today. He's on a road to 100 doors. So he's going to talk about his journey, his strategy. We're going to share the hard money lenders, the private lenders with you guys. We're going to give y'all basically all the gems and jewels y'all need to really go ahead and attack y'all goals in 2021. So, make sure y'all hit the link in my bio to get the details. Yes, it is an in-person event. I'm excited to be sitting with you guys, networking with you guys. Again, we will have protocol to keep everybody safe so that everybody can make it home healthy and safe. So, yes, but the event will be live. Hard Money Noble.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey. There he is.
What's going on?
What's happening, man? I was having a little technical difficulties.
It be like that sometimes, but it's all right, man. Check where you just getting back in the city?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Woo, that's pretty.
Stop.
Look, baby girl right at your hips.
Yeah, as soon as I walk in the door, she right at me.
Hey, little mamas.
What's going on, man? How's it been?
Man, it's good, man.
How this new market treating you?
I'll say it's been testing me, definitely making you have to be creative.
Right.
Been
some uptick though. It's definitely been some uptick.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you got any,
I know everybody that I know is like, hey, we need more inventory.
Oh, because definitely, if you put anything on the market right now, it's gold. It's moving.
Yep.
It's moving, and I know the new construction numbers is looking lovely right now. Not the cost of the bill, but the sell price is looking love.
Facts. And big deal for everybody. Especially like if you're in a new construction world, is all of the price increases, material price increases just surged, especially for lumber in particular. So, for everybody, not just new construction, but especially in new construction where you're responsible for purchasing all that it takes to be able to make the property.
Right.
Where, if you rehabbing, you may need a few pieces of 2x4s, or you may need a few sheets.
You could cheat a little bit.
Yeah, but when you're doing it new, ain't no such thing as having a half a floor. Like, you need the whole floor.
Definitely. But for those who don't know, Gary, like, just give them a little background about you. Like, how you got, not how you got started per se, but, like, when did you get started? How long you been in the game?
I started off I started off in real estate in general. I started in 2003. That's when I bought my first property. So it's been a long road. I did have a period of time where I took a break from real estate. I was young. I was making money, quick. And I moved out to Miami. I was out there for like 2 years. And during the course of that time, I started, seeing bigger things going on, and met a few people who like own nightclubs out there and stuff. And I was like, I want to go do a nightclub. So I like fell back off of real estate all the way. And the big real estate bubble hit, and I started trying to work this club thing. That didn't work out. Ended up coming back to Philly in 2011 and starting over from scratch, like literally from scratch. At that time, I had new construction 5-bedroom house out there. They got foreclosed on. I had repossession of a couple vehicles. One of them I got back, one I didn't.
Okay.
So I literally came back to Philly and started like from scratch. I had borrowed $1,000 from my mom when I got back. I had to move back in with her because I had already sold off a couple of the properties that I owned, the ones that I still, had to be able to sell. And, I had a couple short sales. I had one, another. And so it was all of, the property that I had and stuff wasn't managed well while I was away. Like I said, I was young and I just was kind of like, what's next? You know what I mean? And didn't really comprehend my successes at the time and, respect it, or respected it a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like easy come. I'm like, and what's next? So yeah, I came, started over, borrowed $1,000 from my mom, and I picked up 2 vacant lots because prior to me moving out there and doing the projects, I met a gentleman, and he was real clear and expressing to me, what makes the value of a property. It's what you do on the inside of it, that's all fine and great, but where is the property? The location. So that's when I learned the importance of location. So whether it was a property on it or it was just a vacant lot, the value of the property that will go on there is determined by the land that it sits on. So when I came back, I started doing research because I was already into wholesaling prior to it becoming, I don't even think it was called wholesaling back then. I don't know what it was called. It was called hustling. It was called hustling. And yeah, I picked up 2 vacant lots. I paid $900 to the person who was the heir to those vacant lots. It had some debt on it, like 30 grand in debt. And the guy was like, listen, are you sure you want to, he's asking me, who are you, he's like, because I just don't want, you know, you to give me the money for him and then you turn around and say you don't want it and want your money back. And he was like confident in there. He's like, listen, listen, you buy it from me, that's it. I don't want you coming back. And I was like, man, I'm gonna pick them. I'll take them now, and if I have to, I'll sit on them and do what I gotta do. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
And I was taking care of the debt that was on the property, and he was like, all right. So we did the deal. I took my $1,000 that I got from my mom. I had it with me in cash when I went to his house, and I knew that I couldn't give him the cash because you gotta always have a paper trail when you're doing these kind of transactions and stuff. And then
Right.
also give him the whole $1,000 because I still had to get the deed notarized. I needed, so I kept $100 and I gave him not. I told him I give him 900. Not for $900, and I ended up selling each of the lots later for 55,000 each. So
Woo.
me, that was me getting back on my feet. That was the start of me getting back on my feet. So,
Right.
and there it was just, acquisition, sell, buy, sell, sell. So I would like always keep a rolling inventory of vacant land. You know,
Okay. So,
couldn't,
but
go out and buy houses at the time. You know, I just let me buy the vacant land, and then like I said, those vacant lots become just as much as houses in some areas.
right. But before the not before the vacant lot, but can we talk about the part about failure? So I'll tell people, yo, my biggest fear is, getting it and losing it. But I also hear that's really when the animal, the level up is taught or brought out of you, because it's like,
It, sh- it should. I mean, it don't happen the same way for everybody. Some people take those L's and they put their tail between their legs and they go throw a pillow over their head. But if you're a person that's an honest and eager, innovator, and you want to, become successful, you take those as lessons and you use it towards your strategy to get better and do better. So for me, that's exactly what it was. Like I said, I took plenty of L's, and a lot of people wouldn't even think that I went through that kind of stuff, and still, have been able to come back and be, as successful as I am with what I'm doing. I mean, literally, I had, people talk about what kind of credit I got to get my credit together before I can get into real estate. I'm like, credit. My credit was trash. You know how good is your credit after you done got, a new house foreclosed on, you done had 2 short sales, like, and you ain't got no credit.
right.
Car test. I had a car that was 100 and my cousin is actually on here now. He can attest. He was out there. I had a brand new car. It's $120-something thousand car. I gave him like $10,000 or $15,000 down, and then, like I say, during all of this, stuff, joint got repossessed. So, but now, I mean, to me today, I mean, what is $100,000 car today? Like, people that know me, like, I definitely come back and gotten better.
Right. But no, but that's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like the fact that you took that stuff on and the fact that you didn't let it break you per se, it also built you. Like, I feel like that's part of your makeup DNA. That's why you do big deals, because it's like, yo, if I'm a fail, I'm a win big or I'm a fail big. It ain't no in between. Like, yo, let me tiptoe and
Now,
make sure thing is perfect kind of thing. Because it's like like
come from the biggest risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, the biggest gains come from the biggest risk. I mean, if it was that easy, if everybody felt that, if it made everybody feel all warm and soft inside, then everybody would be doing it. But the fact is, it's not. It's them uneasy situations, that we have to sometimes put ourselves in to pull certain things off. Like, I've definitely had my times where, and I teach this to people all the time. Like, if you got to scale, you're trying to get forward, if you got to scale back for, X number of months or X number of years to move forward, then that's just what you got to do. Like, some people get caught up on trying to put on and be in a place that they not really, and they do more damage to themselves and limit themselves and slow themselves down from really getting to where they really want to be. So for me, like I said, hey, I took that L. I lost $120,000 car. You know what I mean, in the house, and like I said, I was.
you got how many of them joints?
Oh man, like I said, back then the bar different now too though. A lot of people don't understand that, when you talk about cars and all of that, the bar is a little different. Like back then, a 6-figure car, you know what I mean? It was $100,000 car.
It
Like
was the thing. Now it ain't that deep.
now it's like you can see them around. It's a lot of that around. Like, somebody got a decent job, you can go and get, $100,000 S class and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I did Rolls Royce, Ferrari, Mercedes G Wagon. Yeah, a lot. All of them a lot more than what the Mercedes I lost was. Just
I,
say.
but like you said, but yo, you deserve it, like, cause you've been through it, and now you know what it's like to get it, you know what it's like to lose it. So it's like,
Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I used to do too, that I had learned after going through all of that, was that always to put myself in a position where I can't take them kind of losses. Like, nobody can come and take that from me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, putting yourself in that position. Back then when I had did that with the car, when I got that car and stuff, it was like I wasn't in a place where I was in a place where somebody said, "Hey, oh, you missed 2 payments. All right, here, let's get it. We need that back."
right,
Like, nah, I don't do that. I give it all to them. You know what I mean? If I lease, even if at least I give it the whole thing to them. I don't want to have to be bothered with the payments every month. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I put them aside, because I might come across a good investment. And I say, all right, let me make this move, and then but at least pay off 1 year of the payments for whatever it is that you get. At least 1 year.
No, that's what's up, man. So, but and I'll say, yo, as I've been following your journey, you talk about your mom and she gave you that $1,000. You
Yeah,
can't pay mom and dad's house off.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I seen that. What was that, like 2, 3 years ago?
yeah, yeah. Was it two? Yeah, about 2, 3 years ago. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. That was a good move. I wish that I could say that that's what they did with the money, but my
Hey,
I
they yo,
I
you live like
I
we live our life.
like I don't worry about it. My son got it. You know? Yeah. We take care of the house, right? Yeah. She got new furniture, renovated. She did the whole thing. I said, all right, okay.
Hey, but now was more equity in there though. So you mean, but definitely, hey, at least you know
Furniture don't bring a whole lot of equity, but hey,
for the renovations. You said she did some renovations.
yeah, she did. New bathrooms, new kitchen, tile. Yeah, so she got busy with it. Yeah, for sure. And she did get a new property. She got another vacant lot that I'm walking her through the process now of getting approvals and stuff. So she's going to do her own first new construction. Her and my dad. So
So are you still doing the RE exchange, or y'all still doing the you know the like having people invest with y'all or teaching them you doing the camps?
absolutely. We modified some things with it. In the beginning, the way that we had worked it is a lot different than the way that we work it now. Um, in the beginning, we was doing a lot of like equity, deals with people where we were like giving equity. A lot nowadays, we do more just flat
Like
return. Yeah, but there's occasions where we still do equity situations. It really depends on how much and how much the deal, how much meat is in the deal. You know what I mean? It's hard to do equity partnerships and properties that don't have a significant amount of equity or return in it. So yeah, we still do them. Absolutely. We get new clients pretty much every week. It's just like I said on a different scale. At one point we were doing. Sorry. Come here, man. Little actress. She gonna fall back like I really. So we started doing more transactions with people. We do also some where people actually own the property outright, and we're just consulting for them.
Mhm.
So it really depends, but we did change our like minimum investments and stuff. In the beginning, we just wanted as many people involved as possible. I mean, think that
To
it
give
was people didn't think it was a real thing. We like, yeah, $2,500 minimum investment, you in, and it was like, what, 2,500? And it was like it was real. I mean, we did it, but and we're teaching, we're teaching the people how to do it. The funny,
right.
it don't matter. You realize that the more that people invest in it is the more that they invest in it. You know, we found that a lot of those people who put in $2,500 wouldn't make meetings. A lot of people wouldn't be on. It would miss. You
But
know,
the expectations be up here too.
right, right. But they don't.
2,500, give me 20 grand, right? Right.
Station is low, right? So we started bumping it up. Definitely requiring people to be more invested in it. Now on average, we're usually looking like around 20, 25,000. 20, 25,000 is usually like the bottom. For investing in projects with us. And we also had some, like I said, where people actually, we sell them the land and walk them through the process, consult for them. We just did a big one in Illinois with 12 lots, and we allowed each person to pick up the lots for 35,000 with the consulting involved. So.
Nice, nice. So in regards to like now, like I guess like your class, or let's just talk about your journey, like going from yo, I'm wholesaling some lots, and now like yo, I see you building damn near skyscrapers. So it's like,
I'm getting there. We get there. We
nah,
getting
y'all
there.
doing it, man. Y'all doing it. Y'all just
5 story, but the goal, yeah, that is the goal. So that's the direction I'm moving in. So a lot of people be like, well, how come you don't, keep this property, you building them and you keep flipping them? And it's like, but I'm flipping up. It's a difference between people building properties. I see Kevin from KJO, my man. It's our main architect, chief architect right there.
okay.
Definitely great work. Always very, very supportive of what it is that we're doing and our mission. Good peoples. And I didn't get paid for that either. So, so yeah, we that's the goal. I flip up. So if I'm selling something, I'm only selling it because I have a bigger play already in queue.
Right.
Whereas some people, a lot, they go for like the residual setup and stuff, and their goal is to continue to acquire unit and unit and unit. And don't get me wrong, that works for some people, but for me, I always wanted to maximize the number of doors that I had underneath of one roof. I never really wanted to have like a bunch of scattered sites to manage and stuff like that. To me, seemed like that would always be, more of a hassle and doesn't really support the kind of lifestyle that I want to live.
Right.
Um, so for me, flipping is, I build to flip, turnkey flip, but I'm doing it because ultimately the goal is, like you said, to be able to do, a skyscraper. I want to do a mid-rise, partner with somebody, do a high-rise, etc. So.
Right. So going from like for us that are like now I'm doing flips. Like I didn't graduated from a couple single jingle rentals. Now I'm doing flips. And now I'm ready to, in my mind is like, yo, I want to get ready to start buying land. I bought my first piece of land last year for $2,000 with that STEMI money.
Okay, yeah.
Up there in like Alany, Logan, up that way near not too far from LaSalle.
Yeah, got some pieces up there too. We working on Worcester Street, putting together 8-unit buildings on Worcester.
Nice, nice. So, but
58 by LaSalle, yeah.
okay, so it's like how do I get my mind right, or like how if I wanted to say, yo, I want to build, like what direct, like how do you go from residential flipper to new construction?
Yeah. Good counseling, good coaching. Honestly, I always tell people when you can, you save your money, and get the proper direction. Save your money and get the proper guidance on it, because at the end of the day, it's going to save you a lot in the long run. I know a lot of people who, you know, I don't know a lot of people, but I know a good number of people who have went at it um, by themselves and just said, I'm just going to do this. And, it's unfortunate because, you know, even if you don't need somebody to coach you through the whole process, at least let them get you to a point where you're comfortable. But I've seen people lose big, trying to, do new construction on their own. Stop, Zoe. Stop. Do new construction on their own. And, thank you, baby. And take L's, and it's unnecessary. It's an unnecessary L. Some people are like, oh yeah, you take your L and you learn your lesson. It's like, why? Why? You don't have to. You don't have to. If you know other people who have been through that, it makes absolutely no sense to say, yeah, I'm just going to take an L on trying it myself just for the sake of it. That's just.
That's ego.
Yeah, that's terrible. I never want that ego. Like I said, you heard me when I just mentioned I want to do a high rise. The first thing I said is, I said I want to do a mid rise, and I said
I want to
on
partner with somebody.
exactly on a high rise. I'm not taking on all of that responsibility by myself for my first go round, so I could get abused. I'm going to work with somebody who's on the same level, and or if I can, already been exposed to that kind of build, more than myself, so that I'm getting educated along the way. Yeah, I'm not going to make all of the profit. Sure, I'm not going to get 100% of the deal. That don't matter to me, because that's just one deal. And I think that if a lot of us can wrap our heads around the fact that, you don't have to be 100% equity owner in every deal that you do. You just, you can partner with people. You're not going to eat the whole thing, no problem. But you take that as a learning lesson, and then you can do the next one by yourself.
Right. Or you take that same concept and now it's like, yo, I might not be 100 to this, but I got a half of 3 deals instead of a whole of 1 deal.
Right. And you're giving yourself more exposure to doing it. And that's really the biggest thing with new construction, is getting that exposure to doing it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is definitely not rocket science. I never went to school for it. I learned how to read plans, but I kept myself in great company with people who that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, when I was wholesaling the developers. That's who I was selling the lots to. And as I was selling the lots to them, I was able to pick their brains on the different aspects of new construction, down to the subcontractors, the process, everything. And they welcomed me in because they wanted the deals that I had. So it was an exchange of value. And that's what I teach to everybody all the time. I try to emphasize all the time. Learn to exchange value. Don't call somebody up and just be like, hey, I want to know if I could pick your brain. I hate when people do that. When they send me a message, yo, what's up, G? Yeah, I want some questions about this new construction stuff. I want to know if we could get coffee so I could pick your brain. It's like, man, I work too hard just to be getting my brain picked on now. At least,
Or give me is that piece of coffee. Like, yo, that's the new joint. I really want to take you to lunch. Like, dog, my kids can't eat that lunch. I can't. I don't got time. I can't do that.
right, we're gonna sit down and have lunch, and we ain't discussing like what's the topic, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I mean?
No, I definitely I respect that in regards to like, yo, adding value, because I see that with myself as well.
Everybody, regardless of where you are, and this is ridiculous that people don't understand this, everybody has value that they can contribute. Everybody. You know, that value may just be good old-fashioned fucking grunt labor. It might be that. Oh, well.
That's what I'm saying. In the beginning, I was cleaning up investor cribs just to learn and see the process. Yo, I come sweep it, cut the grass, whatever you want. But then when I'm a realtor, like you said, like, yo, I got the license. I can get you in the cribs now. So let me just hang with you. I get you in the cribs.
Right, right. Absolutely. So, I mean, for me, like I said, I always based and built my whole system of success on being able to exchange value. So when I'm talking to the big wigs about, you know, the projects that they doing and how they putting together these deals where, you know, they got 20 stories and, you know, 300 units and all of that, I'm like, man, listen, what can I do? Where can I fit in? You know what I mean? I'm always in my head like, how can I slide in on them and it be, you know, comfortable?
For sure. For sure. With new construction, do y'all raise any money? Like outside of the group, like that you do the deals, you know, like the people that's in your class, like, is that possible to like raise money and do new construction as well?
Yeah, you can do I've done that before where we raised money for projects, raised capital, but it wasn't I never done it where I did it on the construction side. It was usually just the acquisition and the soft cost. So like basically, you know, to be able to acquire the property and to be able to get it approved for the use. You know, if it's going to be multifamily, to get through the approval process, get the variances, the plans done, the soil samples, the surveying, all the boring stuff that goes into the beginning before you actually get to have
But you have all that before you can even build.
yeah, before you can break
And
ground.
I guess you need cash up front. You can't use no loan for that yet.
Yeah, lenders, they don't kick out cash typically for soft cost. That's usually cash that you got to have on hand, or like you said,
That's new construction soft cost. Like, that's different from the residential stuff.
I mean, it's residential and commercial either way.
No, I mean, like the regular row home, is that
Oh
your soft cost is because, like you said, you need
yeah,
plan, soil, I guess building
per
permits and
per per development. You know, that's a requirement per request. Like you can't submit for plans on a project to get building permits without having an environmental report. The city just won't. They won't give you a permit without providing them the environmental report. So
oh,
that's
okay.
again, it's not terribly expensive, but you know, a typical soil sample environmental report is like around $1,100.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
But then
And
there's all the other stuff that go in between that.
so if you got a few sites, you know, you can play game. You know, you can shuffle with them or with a little bit. You know, you can dance with them a little bit. Hey, look, I got 3 of these. They side by side. You know, and then come out and put something together. You know, you might come in 700, 750, but that's how it go.
What would you say? Because earlier you said you feel like for our community to grow, you know, being able to add value and help each other out. Like, what would you like to see our community do in order to keep up with the change that's coming with the city?
Just learn to work together. Honestly, just learn to work together. Like you said before, the ego thing is crazy in our community, and it's strange because it's like the community with the least has to have the biggest ego, and it just doesn't make sense, bro. I honestly, like, you know, I wish that was something that we could change, but we're so competitive with each other that we don't even realize, that competing with each other isn't the real competition. Like, it's not. We doing the least. And if we doing the least, why you want to compete with who's doing the least? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like me taking the Rolls Royce down to North Philly and like, pulling up on everybody. Like, come on, like I want to go down there and try, and compete.
Trying to on everybody.
Yeah, like that ain't cool. You know,
Right.
I like to, when I take my stuff out and I go to things, I like to go to where, the other guys and stuff, they had those type of things. They had the same type of aspirations, ambition, because I'm learning from them. You know what I'm saying? I go to those car meets and stuff, and I be a sponge, man. Really try to go to as many of them car meets and stuff that I can, and I'm a sponge. I'm trying to find out what everybody do, how they made it, you know what I mean, and really see if we can network. And if we can't network, that's fine. If we can't, do anything together, it's still the information. It's good to know.
Right. Have you seen like in that network and like can you say like, hey, this is like the common thing that I've seen in successful people?
Real estate,
They
real estate,
really, you said real estate.
real estate. Most of the guys who have the creme de la creme of the vehicles and stuff is in real estate. One of the guys who hangs out, in one of the car clubs that I, associate with and stuff, is DJ Envy. And, everybody know DJ Envy, but, if you know DJ Envy for DJing, he's also a big time investor in real estate. Like, he's invested in real estate. Um, that's what a lot of the guys do,
Him and I think his homie's name is Lord of the Slums, I believe. They
Uh, yeah. That's his nickname.
yeah, in North Jersey or something.
Yep.
Okay.
I also actually just was recently telling me that they wanted to get us together or whatever. Yeah.
All right. So, definitely hope you make that connection.
Yeah.
Next year, y'all will be on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. So that's what my homie was saying. He was like, man, I should, you should try to, come up or whatever, and see what y'all could work out. You know what I mean? And see if y'all can have a discussion about something in particular on there. So, I mean, that could be definitely in the future. Like I said, he's literally a person phone call away.
Okay.
I could call one person, and that person could get him on the phone for sure.
That's what's up. But in addition to the real estate, but what would you say would be like the trait, the character trait that all those guys, that makes all those guys
Guys
succeed?
sleep.
Say it again.
These guys don't sleep. It seems like. Guys, like they don't sleep. I mean, like seriously. So yeah, real estate is one of the big things. I see guys definitely into stock, in the stock market, and then construction too. Like there's a few guys that's rolling to be in the car, cruise or whatever, and they got construction companies, but they doing volume and they in good places and they, you know, doing excavation and foundations. Like it's big money in that stuff.
Got you. And even
I tell you, if it was any trade that I could, convince like some youngins to get involved in and learn would be how to do foundations. I mean, crazy money in doing it. I would definitely try to persuade them to learn, to go to work for somebody who does it, learn all that they can on how it works. Maybe put in, 5 years, and then come out, bam. You know what I mean? Hitting it, because these foundations, these guys is literally coming in for a few days' work, $50,000, 60,000, 80,000, for literally a couple weeks worth of work.
so foundations tend to be expensive.
Yeah, foundations can definitely be, depending on the bigger the hole, the bigger the expense. Bigger the hole, the more it costs. I just did one that was 83,000, which to date I believe is the most expensive one so far that I had to do. Um, my first one was like 20 something thousand. But ballpark, your average row house in Philly, is in that $30,000 to $40,000 range. So
Okay.
when you're in certain areas and you want to build, before you buy that land, you always got to take that into consideration. You got to put together that construction budget and see, is it making sense?
Right. And like, so I interviewed LeVar before, and he's also, a big developer. There's not a lot of the minority developers in Philly. And he mentioned, buying those lots, and like you said, buying them inexpensive and just sitting on them. And
Yep.
next, you got an inventory of 10, 20 lots, sell half, flip half. Are you still stacking lots, like that now?
Absolutely. I got a little compulsion when it comes to doing acquisitions. Sometimes I have to catch myself. Sometimes I definitely had a tendency to purchase, outside of, comfort and sometimes. So, I mean, but in those cases, like I said, if I get into a situation, I go ahead and dump one or two things and then, keep it pushing. But
Got,
don't hurt to try. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely. My inventory now on vacant lots, about 20. Keep
nice.
it. I mean, but back, like I said, when I was heavy into wholesaling, I used to keep at least 30, 40 lots like just on hand.
Has wholesaling gotten tougher with all these changes with the city and COVID and everything?
I'm not sure because I don't really wholesale. I do keep my ear close to wholesalers and had those conversations from time to time. Um, but you know, acquiring a property at a budget price and keeping it for yourself for future development is not wholesaling. So those I know they have those regulations on people who wholesale or consider themselves to be wholesalers, but that ain't really a label that I'm about right now.
I got you. I got you. You're not actively doing those type
Been
of things.
there, done that. That's people who they picking up something and they flipping it as is right away. It's really not that's not where I'm at right now.
But you do, I guess, would you recommend it, like you said, for those people that don't got the credit, don't got the cash?
Grab that thing and flip it, my man.
Okay, okay.
Grab that thing and flip it. Seriously.
And how has business been with
Just
COVID for
gotta settle on it. That's the only thing that's really different. Like, as far as like flipping the contracts and stuff, they don't want you doing that now. So, it's you pretty much gotta do the double close. You gotta settle the property and then you go ahead and you can sell it to whoever you want to. But, as far as like signing a contract and then flipping the contract to somebody for a profit is definitely frowned upon now. That game then got killed. People didn't tore that up.
I got you. Well, a lot more people talk. Like you said, it used to be a secret. Now it ain't no secret.
Not at all. It's a common household discussion or word. People, unfortunately we don't own the media too. So, the image of, wholesaling and what it produces and creates has been tarnished so bad by, media and other um faculties that don't benefit from it or don't feel that they benefit from it. It's just a tarnished it so bad. It's like, it's you definitely don't want to identify yourself with that name and that title now because they did a job on it, brother.
Got you.
You
Got you.
you talk to these people now, you wholesaler is a predator, and you just out here just taking advantage and doing everything, and it's just like some of the stories I've heard. I'm like, wow, they really put their own twist on that thing heavy.
Got you. Yeah. And how you been with COVID? Like, has your business, had any hiccups with the whole COVID shutdown and or anything like that?
I mean, in the beginning, it was definitely challenging. It was definitely challenging for me to be able to get through. Just trying to. I had to pivot and really try to realize the direction that I wanted to go with everything. Um, the mentorship, which was something that I definitely wasn't big on and wasn't a part of prior to COVID, but COVID, I believe, was definitely one of the main things that kind of forced me into that arena. I never really that wasn't an arena that I ever considered to be in. I value my time so much to where it's like I never really considered like selling my time to do mentorship until after COVID, and I was like, well, we gotta do something. You know what I mean? It's gotta, and it was a smooth transition. Getting to work on Zoom and learn how to do the online meetings and things, definitely was a big help.
Okay.
Stuff that we probably, I mean, literally, if it wasn't for COVID, I didn't own a subscription to Zoom or any, at all. And it's like now everybody got Zoom. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
became the most common, you know, way of communicating virtually. Like, so
And getting all them people in one room.
absolutely, without, physically being there. Yep.
Definitely an adding value. So for you, I guess going into the rest of this year, like you got anything major coming up or anything you excited about?
I'm excited about getting the 99 unit project off the ground, in the ground. It's a mixed use project that I got approved for 99 residential apartment units, two towers, 99 residential apartments, and 30,000 square feet of commercial space.
Nice. Is that in Philly or somewhere else?
Philly.
Nice, nice.
So that's why I said I'm just working my way up. You know what I mean? From doing, um, from the single family new construction to the multi, duplexes and triplexes to multiple duplexes at a time to some triplexes to, 5 units and 6 units now. And then, like I said, that's, it's a crazy jump, but that's literally how it's looking right now. It's going straight from, um, doing a couple 6 units to going right to doing something 99 units. So
Right. And night, are y'all keeping that or y'all going to flip that?
I'm gonna keep it.
99, you said you're not doing skyscrapers. I mean, like how much bigger can you go after 99 units? That's pretty damn big.
Yeah, but it's 99 units, but it's only 6 stories, so it's not super tall.
I
Well,
got
it's 6 stories, but it's spread out. It's a
you. Okay,
wide buildings connected. Um, but yeah, it's not like going vertical where I'm 30, 40 stories in the air.
got you. But that's still major though. So definitely salute to you for that though. That's definitely major.
Thanks, man.
Yo, they in here dropping mad fires for you in here.
Hey,
They dropping them. They saluting you.
hey, let's go.
You know what I mean? That's
Part of it is we all could do it. We all could do it. Just like I said, you just gotta lock in, and learn how to exchange that value.
well. You gotta. I don't know. You gotta expand on that just a little bit though, G. Like you got. So I'm saying yes. In my mind, I'm saying yo, all right, we all can do it. But it's like for the average person that like you said, they just barely got a house. They might have one house. Like to fathom putting that together or even just structuring that with confidence.
So, I mean, again, as an example, using my life as an example, I came back, I started over from scratch, living with my moms after, having cars repossessed and that whole thing. So, $1,000 got me back, got me back on my feet. So again, I mean, that's a testimony that anybody can do it. Like I'm sure everybody on this chat at some point they had $1,000.
Right.
And what they did with that $1,000 or, 5,000, you know, again, all of that is very, very relative. Um,
Gotcha.
we buy shoes that cost that price. So most people that I know bought shoes that, cost that.
Right. Everybody got an iPhone.
There you go.
Everybody got an
A
iPhone.
thousand for it. You paid real close to it.
Right. For sure. For sure. So now you got 99 units coming up. When's your next? You got any more like mentorship classes?
Illinois, got a warehouse that I'm going to convert into apartments also. That's going to be like a 50 unit apartment building.
Okay.
Also comes with another building and some vacant land for like future development also.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the like next two biggest things.
Damn, that's like 150 units right there just this year.
Right. Now, again, typical um, buy and hold, personality would say, I'm a, continue to do the BRR and just continue until I get to 150. And, I mean, how long does that take? I don't know.
Right. But you like, yo, I'm gonna buy these two buildings and be there.
And be there and be there. I flipped a few things in between. Da 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 da. I flipped this, I flipped that, and now I got this 6 unit. I flipped this, I flipped that, and now I got 3 6 units. So yeah, that's 18 new construction. But you know what? I want to cash these in, and now I want to do this 99 units because I got a cool 3 million. After completing these, that's scaling up. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the fastest way to get there. I don't want to be 80 just getting to 150 units.
Right. Burnt out, tired, can't enjoy it.
Right. So
So
yeah,
for
I think, like I said, flipping up has definitely allowed me to my pace to be able to move a lot faster through the ranks of uh of ownership and properties and
got you. And
develop.
then you got any podcasts or books that you really enjoy listening to or reading, that's been helping you, keep the task or, just help keep you sharp?
The book of life.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the best teacher.
Yeah, no podcast. Just like I said, a really good network of people
Uh,
who
Rather you learn from meeting up with people and networking.
exactly. Yep.
But people got to get out there and get out their comfort and open their mouth kind of thing.
Exactly. I mean, you get around people that's doing it, like ask them questions, Ask them questions.
Okay. All right. Well, we definitely appreciate it. I mean, is there anything you want to leave the people with, before we let you go?
Yeah, man, let's just, for 2021, let's all continue to motivate toward our dreams and goals. Let us let nothing be a limiting factor on getting to those places where we want to be. And let's learn better ways to be able to work together with individuals where we may not be comfortable, but sometimes the strangers will be the best partners ever. So I definitely encourage people to surround themselves and get involved in development with people that are walking that same walk or who intend to walk that same walk. Um, just a lot of people get caught into being around people who don't have the same type of vision, and it just puts a stress on them being able to get to their goals. So, you have to declutter your life when it comes to having those type of people around you, so that you can really focus on getting to where you want to be. Don't
Okay.
let them deter you, right?
Definitely. Well, we definitely appreciate you, man. We definitely rooting for you. You and the team definitely 2021. So, as you keep building, man, we're gonna be watching and like I said, we rooting for you. I can't imagine what you're gonna pull out after you get these two projects done.
Whoa, whoa! I already got that in my mind, bro. That's one of the things that's definitely been in my mind. I'm like, man, after I do that, I'm just gonna go get what I want to get. You know what I'm saying? Go get a couple of what I want to get to, and that's just it. And then when I'm tired of it, cash it in. You know what I mean? And put it back in real estate. But
Okay.
crazy though, because when you get to a certain level with buying, those autos and stuff, them things be appreciating just like real estate. Some of them. I know.
What you talking about the vehicle?
Yeah, cars. The thing that most people be like, oh, it ain't no asset. Like I know guys who literally, bought cars and got 30% markup on, what they paid for it. It's like, it's a great place to be, It's
Mm.
that car that DJ Envy bought, that 918 Spider, when they came out, that was a $900,000 car. And now they selling those cars for 1.3 million.
Woo.
Some of them, 1.3 plus, you know. I got another friend who has a LaFerrari. Actually, they got like 20 Ferraris, but one of the best ones that he has, and one of the most exclusive ones that he has, is called a LaFerrari. And when he got that car, it was around 2 million. And now that car is valued at over $5 million.
Mm.
It's exclusive. He custom, he spec'd out everything the way that he wanted. It's very, very limited production car. And so yeah, that's an aspiration of mine, is to get in that league, to start grabbing those ones, them exclusive.
Those rear gyms.
Them exclusives, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. That and the motorcycles too. I see you playing with the motorcycles.
Yeah, I got the one bike, man. My partner Meek got me into the him and another friend of ours got me into his team money cycles. Rick got me into the bike life and went to a bike show and seen one that was there and I was like, I want that one. And it was like, I don't think he's selling it. And I was like, no, I want that bike. But the dude, I was like, yo, what you want for it? He was like, ha ha ha. He's like, I ain't really for sale. Like he was there with his wife. And I was like, yo, I was like, nah, seriously, I want to buy it. And he was like, he gave me a price. And, I guess he thought I was going to roll it all, let it roll off me, man. But I bought the bike. His wife was mad at him, started crying and everything because she really liked that bike.
He was like, yo, he going to pay for it. I'm taking it.
He's like, baby, I could build another one. I'll build another one. I'll build one. He's a motorcycle builder. So he was like, I'll build another one. But trust me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, well, that's what's up, man. But like I said, definitely rooting for you.
I like that painting right there you got. Where you picked that up at?
My man Chuck Styles.
Yeah, that's nice. That Jordan. Oh, you got Kobe too.
Yeah, Kobe Jordan. He did a little series for the All-Star game a while back.
Okay.
I got that. Got a LeBron and an Iverson joint.
Oh, you got the whole. Okay, he had a whole collection.
Right. Yup. Yeah, my guy Chuck Styles. Check him out. He definitely got some dope pieces.
Yeah, I'm out. I have to get his IG.
Yeah, he just did a joint for I think Cedric the Entertainer and some other comedian. He just was linking with them in L.A. And he be down there. Y'all be in Miami doing the Art Basel and all that stuff. He be down there.
Okay. Wow.
So I see you got a couple pieces up there. So he.
I want to start doing some more eccentric stuff. This like designer stuff for my little designer whole room. all the stuff that if women really be into more than anything. I got like one Hermes bracelet. That's all I got. It was really like a gift.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, definitely, man. Like I said, well, keep killing them, man. Keep motivating them, man. Like I said, everybody don't got to be a basketball player, football player, and still could be living it up, doing a thing in the crowd. Like I said, you doing real estate, man.
Absolutely. And I just wish that, we had more examples within the community. And we do have them. It's just that they don't get the recognition that they should. They don't get the recognition that they should. So the youth don't really get to see them people because we not holding them up. We got to start holding up more of us that's doing it and getting it in a legit way. We got to start magnifying those individuals, versus just the athletes and stuff. I mean, it's great, the athletic, but the fact is, everybody not athletic. Everybody not going to play in the NBA, NFL. So let's start, being realistic with other ways that people can actually acquire these things.
For sure. Well, definitely, like I said, I don't know. When we talk offline, I'll shoot you some ideas, because like I said, we got the community cleanup coming up April 24th, where like basically it's a group of brothers. We getting together to go hit the streets, clean up.
We got another one of those, man. We did one at a project site on Percy Street, the 2100 block of Percy Street. We was building 3 duplexes. And it was successful. It was a good time. Everybody got out. I shared with everybody. And that was, again, about exchanging value. People came out, started cleaning up and stuff. They was asking me questions. I'm answering the questions,
I got you.
Cost them nothing.
Right. Well, look, we definitely said, like you said, collaborate over competition. So, like I said, we'll talk offline and try to figure out, like, yo, let's do it.
Yeah, make it big.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. As I said, we got the first one, April 24th. Then we event coming up in May. But like I said, we trying to do this all summer long. The city need this.
For sure. Y'all have the destinations already laid out for where they,
Yeah, so April 24th, we starting at 55th in Baltimore. Then we're going to go to the playground, actually where a couple young boys just got hit up around the corner. And then we're going to make our way to 54th in Baltimore.
Okay.
So one of our members, he got an apartment building at 55th, and so we're going to start there because that's a crazy intersection with trash and different stuff. Then we're going to go right to the playground right there around the corner and hit the park up, clean up, talk to the young bulls, and, like you said, just try to be a presence and, share some inspiration, motivation.
Absolutely. I'm down. I'm down. We're going to try to link our teams together to go ahead and get involved.
For real, man. You got to pull up in one of them nice drinks. Motivate the young bulls. Let them know.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Get out there and clean up just like everybody else. That's what it's about.
Sure. For
Yep.
sure. Definitely appreciate it, man. Definitely. I don't know, what you if you're gonna be heading back out of town, but definitely safe travels, man. And definitely thank you again for tuning in with us. Where can people find you on IG for those who don't know how to find you?
Mr. MR 4_Murray. MURRAY is where I post like most of my content. We also have the RE Exchange on Instagram. And you can definitely join on there to see, usually it's this shared content. Occasionally you may see some things that's directed just for that page, but most of our stuff is shared content. I'll filter it from my page or my partner's page to that page. So
Gotcha.
definitely jump on and check us out. Like I said, I usually, just from going on there, usually I give people tips exactly what's going on or explanation as to what's going on site. When I do those clips on the story and stuff like that. So you can learn stuff just from jumping on.
Gotcha. Well, again, definitely appreciate you, G. Man, you take it easy, man, and we'll be connecting.
Okay. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming on. Appreciate all